This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerusi.
And I'm your host who didn't expect a two-sword style, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly manga recap. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Weekly manga recap. Before we get into it, please leave in the bottom in the comments for manga to read. Anyways. I keep saying that. Someone needs to leave manga for us to read that is good and continuing and not too many chapters.
Yeah, I'm totally done. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have one in the waiting that we have to start. But
Yes.
that I think looks really good and is quite popular.
Yes, we will get to it soon.
Yes. But currently we have 3 manga we're reviewing. Only 2 of them have chapters this week. So
let's hop into it.
let's hop into it. Marshall King did not have a chapter, so we're going to be hopping into
Kagurabachi.
which I'm not saying for the rest of the episode. Because I cannot pronounce it, evidently.
What chapter are we on? 70-something? 76?
I can tell you.
I'm going to guess.
76!
Oh,
Nice.
I'm so good at this.
Look
I'm
at,
amazing.
look at you. Look at you. Back to back. You got the One Piece from the
Boom.
anime and the chapter here. Once again, this manga rocks.
Yep. Every second. They're doing things I just can't. They're literally doing things that I can't possibly expect. Like from the fight with Hirohiko.
Is that his name?
That is his name. Yes.
Hirohiko.
Hirohiko.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hirohiko.
Hirohiko. From the fight and
His
the
friend's name is Toto.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, from him and Chiro's fight, or is his name? Chiro's fight
Chiro.
to his Hirohiko's like reasoning why he has to kill Sumeru, because like if I kill him, then Chihiro will only be able to think about me and my face and hurting me.
All out.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah. Even though he already beat me twice.
Yeah.
Which he literally points out.
Yeah.
That he beat him twice
Yeah,
already.
but he'll be my best buddy and only mine now. Like,
Also,
you weirdo.
These swords are like, there's time. This is like why Avengers Civil War happened, where it's like, all right, guys, so we do realize that, we can't have you all running around since you're all nuclear bombs, pretty much.
Yep.
These swords now, I'm like, okay, understandably so why we should have these swords locked down.
Yeah.
This one literally, I don't know, can just, change almost space, time, and continuum.
Yeah, it pretty much just did that. Yeah. It was like,
I love how he pointed out, he's like, he can control any object around me, and then he used the dead bodies, and Chihiro's like, he thinks the dead bodies are objects. That's really grim.
yeah, that's fucked up as shit, dude.
Yeah.
This kid is he's a menace.
Yep.
He's one of those people who's like, so I know the wheeler.
He's dying this arc.
Oh yeah, Stu.
I think so, right?
I feel like he's gonna get away.
I don't know.
I think he dies in this arc. I feel like they're building him up too much not to kill him all. I mean, I guess that means nothing. The show could kill him. But I feel like they're building him up to be like a long-term villain.
Well, I feel like this sword's gonna be over.
You think?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't think he's gonna be a long-term villain.
No.
They've already fought twice. That's my thing. Is like if they only fought once this arc, and then it ended like Chihiro beat him there, then yes. But they already fought twice, and that was like really pointed out in this one. It's like he already beat me twice, but not this time. He literally mentions it like 3 times. I'm like, we get it.
I do enjoy. Yeah, that's a good point. I do enjoy the moxie he has though. If he can't beat Chihiro there, but he thinks he can beat Sumeru, who is one of the greatest swordsmen of the time.
His theory didn't pan out. I guess I can understand his theory is that when Sumeru forgot about his daughter, he only had one mission, so his mind was a steel trap. But actually, when it comes down to it, with his daughter, remembering his daughter, his mind is actually a sappy little mess. So this is like classic.
Advantage, I guess,
This is a classic like villain thing where it's like he's like, so clearly he's an idiot, and I will stop it. I will not lie. The panel where all the swords go through Sumeru, I was like, because of this manga, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, he might actually be dead.
He might be dead.
No one is safe. No one is safe. No one's safe.
When the crow wave was going through the building and killing things, I was like, oh, this is like a last gasp attack to protect his daughter. Yeah. Oh man, that's so unfortunate. I liked his character. I want to see where it goes. I wanted Chihiro to be the one that killed him. And then he whipped out the second sword and he goes, heal. And I was like, what? What?
I was like, this guy. All I'm thinking of Sumeru. I was like, you're ridiculous.
Yep.
First of all, the last panel
where his eyes are opening.
So cool.
He his plan to murder everyone just became very, very, very achievable.
It was always pretty achievable.
It was pretty achievable, but I feel like he had a weakness before with the ninjas and stuff.
His weakness was his daughter.
Yes.
And then it's turned into one of those things that I love classically, where how dumb villains are. It's like his weakness is his daughter, so I'm going to abuse that. It's like, so your strategy is to piss off the super powerful samurai who's currently on your side.
Yep.
Way to be a total Germany invading Russia in World War II.
Yep.
You just pissed off the one person you probably should.
Great move. I'm reading this is a semi side note, but it connects it to it. I was reading this. I'm reading the Codex Alara series, and I just got through the third book, and there's this whole big thing with betrayal, and there's this evil high noble that pretty much rebel against the king.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
I haven't read it, but like, you know,
rebels against the king pretty much, and he. In order to get some of these like high lords that have armies out of his way, he like kidnaps their like daughter and wife, and like the guy, and it like works for a part of the book, but what they don't understand happens that when he kidnapped the one guy's wife, the guy was like, I'm not going to engage in this then. But then he marches his armies all the way down to the border with this like evil guy, and it was like, well, either by the morning, this king's going to rescue my wife and I'll have her back, or she'll be dead. Either way, I'm going to destroy this fucker because he did this. So it's like it's one of those points. It's like, you touch my thing, I'm going to set fire to you.
Yeah. I was like, that's exactly right. It's like either you attempt to kill my daughter, which I will kill you in the process.
Yep.
And maybe I'll die doing it. Don't really care.
Don't really care at that point, yeah.
Or you kill my daughter, which means you are dead anyways.
Yes, and I will.
So both ways, you're fucking dead.
You are in so much trouble.
Yeah, it was it makes sense for his character. I love the scene where it shows all the crow stuff going through the hallway you're pointing at. And then it shows, what's that kid's name? The kid we're talking about. Hirohiko. So it's like, and I'm like, man, this is actually be really funny that your whole purpose was to kill Sumeru so Shiro would be the one who attacks you, and now he's just gonna watch you die.
Yeah because
he's dead, because this isn't a traditional manga. Shiro is just gonna be like, good luck.
Yep. I'm
not protecting you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the crows review the shreds.
I don't do the like.
I guess a good point.
I don't do the Tanjiro where like protect the villain. I'm just like, I don't really care.
And he doesn't have the obsession with the fight that this kid does. So it's like, nah, someone else can kill you. I don't care.
He's not gonna care.
The burning eyes opening is so bad. It's so bad for everyone involved. Like, that's so bad.
Well, I'm hoping his daughter. It's gonna be this. I can already see it being that classic shield hero thing where he's gonna go nuts, and then his daughter's gonna be like, Dad, calm down, Chiro is my future husband.
Yeah, true.
And he's gonna be like, you're right, I'm gonna kill myself. Or he's gonna retire. Sumeru's definitely not in this arc.
Say that again?
Sumeru is definitely done in this arc.
He's done in this arc?
Yes. With his daughter being in a... It's either he's going to become to the good side, or he's going to retire. He's not going to stay evil.
No, I think he still might, because he's still going to have the worry about his daughter killing herself because of the swords and stuff. So that there's nothing really has changed, other than he has 2 swords now and his eyes are opened.
Yeah, but if
his daughter talks,
she's going. That's what I'm saying. She's going to talk to her.
I don't know. I think I'm more my concern with that is that he's so concerned with his daughter being connected to him and as his daughter, that's not going to work.
It's going to be
so scared of her killing herself.
It's I know, but it's going to be one of those things. You just know it is. But she's going to talk to Jutsu, and then he's like, Chihiro's going to be like, oh, the best option is actually stay with her to protect her at all times. Let us handle the other sword users.
That could happen.
And then he'll be like, you guys were totally right the entire time. My strategy was dumb.
I feel bad about killing that one guy. There's no coming back after killing that
one guy. It's really, that is very unforgivable in my mind. If that never happened, I would be more
I can understand if it never
happened. But I really like that guy.
Yeah. He was awesome. Yeah. He was the shit. And he was like Rokuhiro's apprentice pretty much. Yeah. And really liked him.
Yeah. So I just feel like I don't know. It is interesting. He could stay evil. The problem is he can't stay evil if she's not evil. Because then she's gonna the entire time. I mean, unless he
leaves her in the care of Chihiro, who's not gonna hurt her.
That's true. Or he's just gonna have to abandon her.
Yeah, he's not gonna do
No, yeah. I mean, he literally did a special magic pact to make it so that she was protected. Yeah. The last thing he's gonna do is let unless she agrees to a magical pact again.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna do that. Though.
No. So it is very interesting though.
There's a lot of moving parts to this that I can't wait to see. But the first thing happening next episode, he's gonna murder everyone in that building.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, there's gonna be no one left alive except for like the core characters.
Yeah, did like the tuxedo gang was like the assassin ninja. They're like, where's that other guy?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
And that other guy's like, I'm a genius. I left.
Yeah,
what the hell was those guys
I don't know
thinking?
what was going on at all?
We got enchanted blade. Now I got 3 enchanted blades.
He's the
up
one
there.
that lost the enchanted. That was the blade he was carrying too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like so he just swiped off his back. He's like, oh, where'd it go?
Yeah, and he's like, I was out.
Yeah, I got the hell out of Dodge.
I was smarter than all y'all.
Yeah, facts. Oh,
Some dumb nerd kid went in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's dead. I'm
Who
getting out of
literally
here.
has no fighting skills and no powers.
Yep, and I'm yeah, true. So bye, peace.
But that was really good. Really good chapter.
This chapter went by too fast.
Oh, yeah, it did. Now let's move on to One Piece. Chapter
1147.
Close, 1146.
I thought it was 1146 last time.
Nah, 1146 this
so
time.
screw me up,
Double
yeah.
checked. This was very, very good.
Yes.
This new girl sucks.
I don't know. I don't understand what her power is really because she's like a Logia type.
She can make other people shoot and attack in directions she wants.
Yeah, but she got her body blown off and it reformed.
Oh yeah. She is a Logia type, evidently.
Yeah.
I don't know all of their Devil Fruit abilities. First of all, also confirmed in this that Holy Knights are above Celestial Dragons.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
know
wild.
that.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. They still suck just as much though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's literally like first of all, really Otis is the best. Being like, why are you trying to take the kids? And like, well, we're trying to take the kids as hostages. By the way, she doesn't understand what hostages are. Because she's like just negotiating tools. They don't count as people.
Yeah, they're
not
not
real.
real.
I was like, okay. But then she's like,
objects to me.
because there's a huge war coming, which we all knew, but awesome.
Yeah.
Where the whole world's gonna be involved, and whoever Elbath sides with has like some special thing. And I was like, Oda, I hate you.
Yeah,
but I love you.
I wonder if it will just be. There's probably be so much more to it than whoever the Giants side with, but like, and on surface value, like no shit, they're Giants.
Oh yeah.
Anyone they side with, they're just gonna dominate the island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It might not be more to it.
Yeah, exactly.
It just might be like that. That's
the Giants
just,
of the Giants. Like,
yeah,
it's
that's just
the war.
Island,
Island,
it's a war. It's just like it's like you wouldn't want they're probably like already not conscripted, but like you know paid off Blackbeard.
The Giants already fought against Emu before, so because they were part of all the races that fought against it.
So I think it's just like they were just like we have to stop these guys. We did figure out that King Herod or not Herod, King Harold denied them. Was actually like
no, I thought it was.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the.
Yeah, I thought the way I interpreted the panel was that he was working with them, and then I think it's gonna be like he died, and that was a stupid thing the Celestial Dragons thought, or maybe
that's what it was.
betrayed them. Because like, why would they say why are you here? Like, it's all back to when they started Shamrock of like, why are you here to like pay respects?
I don't know if we're allowed to put this on screen with the words. So
I've been doing it, so
we're too small. So
it really doesn't matter. Like,
so we have. What kind of schools, libraries? First of all, what an insane thing for Holy Knights just to be like fuck schools and libraries.
Yeah.
What kind of peace-loving nonsense is this? You people are warriors. And then he's like, you're going to use the vicious violence power that once terrified the world in service to us as mercenaries. Isn't that right, King Harold? He's like, and then the stupid Harold had to go and screw it up. Okay, so
I think it might be because he died.
Yes.
Could be wrong.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just like trying to think. I'm just interested to see like, do you think he could have died? He could have been forced into being the mercenaries thing because that's like we've already seen like the Holy Knights and they're like they'll do this. Because I wonder if he like, what if he was mean to Loki on purpose? What if he wanted Loki to kill him? What if Loki did kill him for reals only because he was like,
I don't think Loki killed him. Well, actually,
no, and he's like, Loki, you have to kill me.
Maybe.
And Loki's like, hey, this might work. Loki's like, everyone's going to hate me if I kill you.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like, Loki, you have to bear this responsibility.
Yeah.
I have to go out.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I can do. I'm tired. Maybe some dumb devil fruit thing. He's like, I'm tired. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it.
Like that, yeah.
Well, me staying alive puts all the other giants at risk. And
it's
Loki's
possible.
This will work for your theory. Great. And Loki's like, I can't kill you. You're my dad.
Hey, my daddy.
And all of Elbath will hate me. And he's like, Loki, you have to bear this responsibility.
Do this for me.
Yeah. So
that'd be interesting. Yeah, Yeah, that could totally make sense. That'd make a lot of sense. Oda better explain it next chapter.
He's not gonna.
He's gonna jump. He'll jump back to.
Dude, remember how long it took Vegapunk to freaking tell the story? It took like 10 chapters.
He's gonna jump back to Luffy. What was I gonna say?
Which who's gonna complain about that? Oh, first of all, we were not even talking about this chapter was like a pretty dope fight going on.
Yeah, with we're talking about just with the Arrow Girl.
Yeah, we got Arrow Girl, Usopp, Nami, Jinbei, and Brook. Mm-hmm. Jinbei and Brook. I know it didn't work because she made them hit each other. But when they stepped up, I was like,
that was gonna be sick. Yeah.
I was like, you're so fucked.
You're in so much trouble.
And I was like, holy knights are strong.
Yeah, her arrow power is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I wanted to point out, but the fight is awesome. I want to point out though, just because Oda's a tricksy little bastard. When she says like when she was saying like, oh, don't compare me to those things, like we're gods, and like then someone said like, oh, you're talking like a celestial dragon or like Eneru or Emo or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Lightning Boy. It's like, so we're mentioning Lightning Boy again.
Yeah.
Bring him back soon.
He's coming.
Yeah, of course he's coming back. He's on the moon right now.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, they did mention him. I just read it. And I was like,
yeah,
but that's where they got to pay attention.
So much,
when you're reading One Piece, it's like
every sentence. But that fight was very interesting. I did enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, they've got actually, I was very surprised that out of the only person who did anything in that fight was Usopp.
Yeah, the only one.
Yeah,
at all. Yep. That was crazy.
And she is a Logia type. First of all, is she?
It could be something else
because like they were very like disturbed about how she was coming back together.
It could be something else. Yeah, it could be a different thing. Like,
should we have like emu abilities like installed in her?
Yeah, maybe all Holy Knights have that. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, that'd be so annoying.
Yes.
Why is Oda the best at making the most annoying?
I don't know, but he's a master craftsman.
It's like you thought they were annoying now. Wait until you see them now, and
wait till they're invincible.
Yeah. And honestly, because we saw the theory that like she's got the goggles like
she's trying to be a traitor
like Sabo and Koala. But it's like maybe she's a traitor. And this one I was like,
she's pretty evil. She's pretty evil.
I was like, she's saying if she is, she's a really good actor.
Yeah, she's really deep undercover because
she's saying some pretty awful stuff.
She really sucks. Yeah, like being really
also
mean to
Sal.
Kids. That's the kid, right?
That's Caleb. Saul.
Saul. Saul. Yeah.
Caleb's the kid.
Poor Saul. And then he's telling Robin and Chopper to stay hidden in his hair.
Which I was like, Chopper, totally understandable. Can't put Chopper, Tony Chopper. Can't put that man in the front line.
Yeah,
he's a medicine doctor.
Yeah.
He's the greatest doctor in the world, minus the law.
Yeah.
No, Chopper's better.
Yeah.
Robin
though.
Yeah, it's like Robin. I feel like you could do
Robin,
something.
you say this whole like demon lady transformation in Wano. Maybe crack that out.
Maybe help out Saul.
Yeah, maybe instead of just watching him get horribly injured again. For the second time in your life.
Yeah. Maybe.
Are we supposed to learn from our past mistakes and grow and stuff
at least
like
fight the guy a little bit while Chopper like heals him up.
There's something like that, yeah. Or even if Chopper gets involved, like if Robin's doing the brunt of the work. I mean, technically it could be two giants fighting that guy.
Also, I'm like I always down push. Chopper can fight.
He has monster point, yeah. So like
here's another piece of candy.
But fuck that Thorn guy, Saint Booty Cheeks, I don't know, whatever the hell he's called. And that guy sucks. Yeah, he's beating up Saul
and
so badly.
Stupid seahorse with his ability, where he's like, I can't remember what he's doing.
His stupid devil fruit does so much. My body, I can't move my body. It's because it's like thinks it's asleep. It's like, so you all right. So you turn into a seahorse already. You can pull kids' nightmares out of their heads. You can pull any dream out of someone's head. You can put people to sleep, but then you can just put their bodies to sleep so they are still awake. Where does this fruit end?
I know.
Even in all the insanity that Luffy's does, it's still like, I just make things rubbery and cartoony. That's it.
And pulls items out of nowhere.
Oh, crap. It does just make things. All right. Well, that's only Luffy. Luffy's cool.
I was gonna be like, that's understandable. It's a Luffy.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's special.
Yeah, it is special.
Also, what's Scopper doing?
What is Scopper doing? Other than not being a good dad and protecting his kid right now.
Or
wife. Frankie had to protect his wife.
Yeah, Frankie's
where Frankie had nothing in the Egghead arc. He is having...
Literally, I forgot to talk about this in the anime episode. I totally forgot where he's like, that's it, Kizaru. And I'm like, Frankie, that attack has never been fast.
And even Kizaru knows like, oh, I don't have to worry about this. Bye. I'll be back when you're done charging.
And then Frankie was like, oh no, he's gone.
Yeah.
I was like,
except it worked in this manga chapter. That's when he used to kill the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is super powerful.
It's Kizuru's laser. Yeah. So it's
but
like
it just takes him forever to charge it
Yeah.
up. But Frankie's actually having a really good arc.
Frankie's having a great arc because he's getting all the lore dumps. He gets another thing I want to talk about because I was online. I thought it was a great theory. So the big robot thing that they're with all the science stuff that Vegapunk was in, and but the thing that Frankie saw like 2 chapters ago. Everyone was pointing out that like that robot's from the first era, and then Emmett's the robot from the second era, and then some people said like Frankie was like the robot from the third era, or it could have been Vegapunk's giant robot that's modeled after it. It's like there's just all the different models and stuff at the time. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like fan theories.
Yeah, it was really cool. I saw it. I was like, oh, it makes total sense.
It does make total sense.
It makes total sense. Oda's a genius.
I saw this like this thing about like, so like people were like, why is Luffy not sexually attracted to Boa? But there's a scene where like he sees like Nami's boobs or something, and he gets freaked out. Or Nami's love punch, which I don't know what that is. But like he's like he gets a nosebleed for that, and Oda's response is pretty much like he's copying Usopp. But regardless, he's like, yes, people have asked me this question before. People really pay attention to what I write. Maybe you should use it. Maybe you should use that skill and focus more on school. Pretty much him saying, and I love it. He's like, well, it makes sense because Usopp, but he's pretty much like, I didn't mean for this to happen.
I know, yeah. There's like,
you guys are so detailed on everything I do.
Not every single.
I was
thing.
like, poor Oda. Like there had to be a point when he was writing One Piece where he's like, it's like being a DM and you're like, there's like a moldy table, and everyone's like, whoa. What's up with this moldy table? Yeah. And it's like there's nothing. But it's now like Oda's have. I wonder what chapter Oda had to be like at one point. He's like, I have to make sure everything I draw and everything I write is like has purpose or like clearly has no purpose.
Yep.
Yeah. Because like whatever he does now, it's like he can. There was actually like I think it was in one of the panels. There's like just like a random guy standing or something, not doing anything really. Yeah. But I was just like. Who's that?
What's this about? Interesting. Yeah, so. We wouldn't waste ink on this, would we?
Exactly. So.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah. I love how our manga talks always like when we get to the One Piece one, it's just like it's literally like 15 pages, and we're like, big brain energy.
I'm thinking we gotta think as hard as we can. Oh man, it's the greatest fiction ever told, man.
I wonder where it's gonna go next. You're right. It's very interesting.
I have no idea.
I don't know if it's gonna cut to Luffy and Zoro.
You don't think?
He likes to save Luffy for last.
Yeah.
Always.
And all one thing that Loki's doing right now is just pulling the Luffy and eating as much food as possible.
Yeah. It might cut to a backstory. Sometimes he likes to do that.
It might cut to a backstory. What if he does something wild and like insane out of left field and actually tells us what happened with the king?
Well, I'm wondering if it's going to cut to this actually would make total sense. Like One Piece wise, is that big fights going on, blah blah. It cuts to Luffy, Zoro, and Loki. Loki's eating, and as he's eating, he tells the story of his dad.
I could see that. That'd be interesting.
Because then you're like. It's one of those, you're like, look at all this crazy action. Celestial Dragons, Jinbei, Brooks, pokes each other. What's going on? He's like, and backstory.
Backstory time.
But at least in One Piece,
what's going on in the rest of the world? It's like, you son of a bitch.
Well, at least in One Piece, when it's like backstory, you're like, all right.
Okay, fine with this too.
What backstory is this?
As long as we get a cut to Morgan's or something, I'm always happy.
Yeah, Morgan's is great. Morgan's is the best. Especially when we find out he's a Rogers pirate.
I want that to be true so badly.
But One Piece, the best.
It is the best.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.